My name is Dr. Joanne Taufilis, and I am the founder and director of the Art Miles Mural Project and the Muramid Arts and Cultural Center. And I'd like to talk to you about the Patrick McCollum Foundation and the effort, the wonderful effort that's being made to save the rainforest. Just think about our five senses: taste, smell, touch, hearing, seeing, and so much more, which reflects the heart and soul of our planet. And I'm talking directly about the rainforest. What we do and what we don't do with the rainforest will impact all of us. It already has, if we look around and think about all the fires and the extreme weather and all the different storms and the famine and the destruction of Mother Nature's gifts. And so it's time for all of us to stop thinking about our creature pleasures that have been brought about mostly by technology and industry. Why we're not eating natural foods, why we're eating foods that are infused with chemicals that make us sick and kill us. Whereas the rainforest, the people have been thriving for years without any of this kind of gifts that we think we're getting through industry and through, I would say, capitalism to some degree. So many of us around the world, especially those of us that I'm speaking to that have the means to help save the rainforest, all we do is focus on these creature comforts. Some of them are good, some of them are not. And believe it or not, when you're talking about the heart and soul of the rainforest, we're talking about not just our senses, but what it's doing to us in our lives now and what it's going to do and is doing to our children. So we must really start getting serious. And thanks to the Patrick McCollum Foundation, there's some awakening going on, and the generosity of being conscious, just being conscious about the peril that we're experiencing right now, to me, is monumental. I've traveled to many countries around the world as a United Nations executive, and I can tell you from what I've seen, the people that are suffering the most are the poor people, the indigenous people of this world. And that's why my center is focused on indigenous peoples from all over the world, even though I live in a Native American community in a historic district on sacred ground where we sit right now, thus the tribute in this mural to the local natives. These people were here before the Spanish came. And I think about, and I worry about, why does mankind have this passion to kill off and compete with and do away with our indigenous peoples whose cultures and cures, if I could say that, medicinal plants and natural ways of healing. Not only that, the human relations, the sense of family, the tribal belonging to a group of people that you know have your back, instead of, if you're in the right level of society, how much money you have, what worldly goods you possess. So when we talk about the Patrick McCollum Foundation and what they're doing around the world, we can't have enough people to help support that unless you, as an individual, start, because peace begins with yourself. Peace begins with me, and then it goes to the family, to the community, to our state, to our nation, to the world, where we have to be coming together to save the planet. Every country is in peril. Every family is in peril. And we have to do something about it, and we have to do it soon. We should have started years ago. There's a variety of things each of us can do, even if it's an individual thing about conservation and not being piggish about what we eat and what we want and what we desire, what we have all this avarice for, and start thinking about what can we eat that's not going to hurt us, what can we buy that we don't, that we want to use for practical purposes. Why do we need a closet full of clothes? Why do we have to buy new clothes when there's people who have the need to be warm? Why do we buy a lot of food that make us fat or sick when we could be donating to the people of the world that really need it? If we could just reflect a little bit on what we could do as an individual, and then in our own capacity, whatever it is, we've become artivists. We do murals. We've done over 5,000 murals around the world. And the most popular subject, we've done 12 miles with 12 themes, always comes back to environment or indigenous peoples. So I know there's a consciousness out there, and I beg you to please, please become more conscious and do your part to help save our planet. In the following moments, I will be showing you some images of murals that have been created by people from all over the world, and I think you'll get my message. So thank you, McCollum Foundation, and know that we've got your back here at the Muirmid Arts and Cultural Center. Thank you.